game number 4. I think the Haka, maybe GLuck should be considering of that ban now. And of course, taking away Malfurion, a great choice by Supernova to actually have that as a starter for their own pick.
Alex Strasser first ban, keeping the hero pools limited here as the Maiev permaban continues to come through. Should be, oh, they do ban. So this means they get Genji or Raynor.
Aha!
Which one do you fear more? We learn a lot about this in Supernova's shoes now. GLuck almost did this earlier on map 2.
Ooh, Genji's open, but
Genji
GLuck
will...
actually does not play that much Genji though.
Yeah, well, they definitely will in this case. So they mind game Supernova here. They get the Genji. We're going to see a lot of this, by the way.
Even with 4 bans,
yeah,
we have a Genji in the game.
No, we're going to see a lot of this because you can easily make this happen as first pick. Only as first pick. Phoenix Urel will come in on the other side.
So does that mean Raynor is above Genji at the moment?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that everyone would agree to that. Supernova gave a consideration to the Genji ban, but obviously took the Raynor away instead. Blaze comes through, anti-dive, making it tough for either the Planet Cracker or the Salvo, which is more meta to really be too high impact. So we head into third bans here. You know, you don't really have a strong ban on the side of Supernova. You're looking at main tank or secondary DPS. They ban the hammer, which is somewhat, you know, a solid idea given that the Blaze is here and his hammer has strong pushing power and can take bell tower control away. Once again, the Garrosh ban comes through. This means that if Haben wants to pick towards, you know, what happened last time this was banned on Dragonshire, he will take, once again, the Johanna. Johanna not as strong versus Genji, though. Where are we going here, Haben?
They did ban the hammer. It seems like we are looking for that burst for Supernova. They take out the sustain.
Heard.
Okay, what's Maiev? Okay, Maiev is already banned. Grabbing Stukov, which didn't really pair up too well with an ETC. It's more in this case.
You can place the silence over the bunker. You can also prevent Genji from using his mobility abilities when you're trying to kill him. If you get the stun from either Muradin, Urel, or both, then silence can do a lot. Same with Hanzo. Very high skill required to make that work, so Alex is going to have his work cut out for him. But if placed correctly, as we saw on Infernal Shrines, for example, the Stukov pick can be very strong.
But I think GLuck wins in the draft, no matter what Supernova picks for the last one, unless we see something crazy. Thrall's not really off. And they may actually lack the range damage in this case. Supernova, they may just be poked out from Hanzo, lots of Genji.
When Stukov does not have bio kill switch, the burst damage from Hanzo Genji is going to destroy them. Muradin has some self-sustain, Thrall has some self-sustain, Urel has some self-sustain, but they're all slower heals that take time to activate. The poke that Thrall gives is going to be great for contesting objectives, and Urel can try to stay in the top lane solo during objective contests. You just see Chain Lightning over and over and over again, slow the capture of the altars, but you know, you don't have a global, and I fear that the lack of range damage is, and also the lack of finishing power, and this comp is going to be an issue.
That's a Urel kick. Wrath diving into a minion there. I think for the map choice, they were trying to consider global, and GLuck had a very good read on the draft. They banned the Haka. I mean, Supernova had to go towards, find another road for them to travel here, as they just found a decent team fighting comp. Maybe with an Earthquake, they can try to catch some of the targets, because with the range lack of range they only kind of have from Phoenix and Stukov's Lurking Arm. They may just be poked out and pressured out from the zone.
That's what I'm concerned about too. And once the pokes get to be enough, then Genji comes in for the finish. There are some saving graces. One, of course, being that of the 3 ranged DPSs in this game, Genji, Hanzo, and Phoenix, Phoenix probably has the most consistent escape as well as consistent damage in almost every situation. Hanzo obviously is required to have a place where he can scatter. Genji, very difficult to get the maximum damage unless he's going for a finishing blow. Yrel is going to have the winning matchup against Blaze overall, though at the moment, not to be true. So there are some saving graces to the comp, but mark my words, I think that Supernova's reliance on this Thrall pick and how they use it back-to-back here leads me to believe they misunderstand why the Thrall pick was so strong last game. It was not because Thrall is a fantastic roaming 4-man hero, it was because GLuck tunnel visioned on to No Chat and he was able to make some good calls defensively to turn things around. That will not necessarily happen twice in this series. You can bet, especially with the long break between Game 4 and Game 5, that was heavily discussed, especially by Overlord, shot caller on the side of GLuck, who made some of those bad arrows happen. No Chat, see, this time he will get away once again, but there's no follow-up damage. The lanes are much further apart on this map.
Later, when you think of those ganks with the Genji, it's going to be a kill secured, so No Chat has to be careful a little bit more. Top wave actually, Asgard having a nice time, just understanding the rotation. She does not really have to play passive, as this rotation is basically seen all the time at the bottom.
Yeah. First altar phase, 2.5 minutes announced. No Chat taking a ton of damage mid, but does once again escape. But as you can see, last time when he baited a lot of these rotations as Thrall that everyone knows has no escapes, we saw that the rest of his team was able to come and counter the gank attempts. And this was actually post-10 where we mostly saw it, so they had abilities to kind of collapse in, and they had the Dahaka. They don't have those things this time. So you need to be careful about trying to do this, otherwise you're just making Thrall a liability rather than, once again, a big boon. Traded top altars, as we do see the rotations down of the top laners now.
Coming down at the same time, Aizen dives in.
Root, though, onto Phoenix, bent them stunned! Great follow-up stun from Roxer. His ETC has been absolutely leaps and bounds ahead of what we saw from Haben's ETC earlier. And he is really making this work. No Chat, does he get out this time? Body blocks are there. The slow does escape. Follow-up damage from Kirisaku, but down a member is never going to work. Very slight lead to GLuck now. But more than the lead itself, I think there's a symptom here of Supernova. We talked about it from the draft. We talked about it the first few minutes of the game. How No Chat is playing on this Thrall does not work on this map the same way it worked on Dragonshire. And it feels like we could see the bigger picture here for Supernova is not just in the draft, it's just how they use the draft.
Those are the reasons why. See some of the late rotation from Supernova. And Alex also going for armor at 4, because a lot of their teammates will be getting caught towards the CC. You want to get that armor, your first one.
Speaking of it, Haben's going to use it to try to hard engage. The cleanse comes through onto Overlord. Huge slow coming through, but he does get healed up. Meanwhile, the top laners are just going to off lane right now to make sure the soak is stagnant. Positional advantage does go to Asgard right now in the mid lane. And I wonder if that means we'll see Kirisaku try to push top. Nope, actually, in fact, Asgard's going to look for double soak here, top and mid. 10's not up yet, so this is still anyone's fight to take.
Looking on the No Chat again.
going to get out, but he trades a lot of health this time. Position here for Roxer is once again good to get a big power slide. Root comes through.
Roxer actually takes more damage. Phoenix onto the chase. Genji goes down to Flow. I guess he was rooted right there.
Probably with the stuns from Kirisaku as well coming through. This is a one fight for Supernova now, as the silence onto Overlord is going to be the double kill. And that's going to tie us up in terms of core health. Asgard heading back to the top lane.
I think that's also dodge.
Oh, it's actually going to be a double here. They're actually going to take a lead.
I think that's also dodge from at 7 from Genji, right? So should have been taking less damage from Troll as well. That's a mystery there. We'll never get to see.
Yeah, I think it was Kirisaku hitting the hammer stun. Probably either into Spirit Wolf or after a Spirit Wolf. Silence here in the slows means that's going to be another pick onto ETC. Supernova hitting their strides here again. Starting to really take a big lead in this game. 10's up for them. Yeah, it is the dodge at level 7 from Genji.
So they actually want to have a big fight. Planet Cracker Earthquake combo. Line up pretty well. And they want to make sure they trap everyone in there. Fight in the zone, or at least buy enough time for themselves to actually get all the altars. So GLuck, even if they have the bunker up, even ETC we saw him getting trapped with the silence with some CC. All the root that was going to chain with him.
Hey, we're going to see the fight happen now. Silence is real. Once again, Thrall is dead. No sundering this time. They took the Earthquake. Arrow coming through. They want more from this. X-Strike committed. Alex, no escape here. Dash reset from Ison. Not going to be able to get any kills with it. They're going to burn down Haven, but it's time to head instead. They'll be to the mid lane. Yrel is heading back top. Rotates before GLuck can punish her, but
that was some Shimada synergy there.
It certainly was.
Having the arrow and X-Strike getting the kill on from Genji.
Two Heroes of the Storm heroics that don't exist in Overwatch working together. Scatter Arrow as well, which does not exist in Overwatch anymore. Okay, that was not the stun that Asgard wanted.
Still gets the root. Planet Cracker just to zone out and to
the
buy
bunker's
some
huge,
time.
And the silence out of the bunker. No chat, still playing greedy here as the Earthquake will wear away. Yrel is not here. Still has her heroic to tank a lot of damage. No chat's the target.
Not going to be focused. No chat is target and rooted
the
again.
power
Power
slide.
GC's after one another. You can't escape that.
The mosh pit's a triple! Here comes Genji. He's in there. 10 seconds on the X-Strike. Deflection here, going to try to keep him alive. Asgard comes for the peel. He survives. Triple face melt. Alex with the swipe here. Very, very low. They do get over the wall, but this should be GLuck taking the altar now. What a fight. That was one of the most high-level moments we've had in this 5-game series.
That jet propulsion to save Mycen at the moment was insane.
This jet propulsion to suicide, perhaps. Forcing the warp, though, is Mycen. Kirisaku.
Oh, gets rooted and
has the heroic.
On top, but defender.
Yeah. Has that heroic. Very tug-of-war here. Channel comes through from KCB. They will get the tie core health from this. Series ends up being very epic. Now heading top is Asgard.
Maybe if Thrall didn't go down at the beginning, at the bottom near the fort, I think Supernova could have had a better sustain near the altar. And GLuck just having massive range. And Overlord's skill shot in this game, he basically killed himself several times last game, but in this game on Hanzo, he's doing massive, just putting out some maximum values out there.
Yeah, they're working together better synergy-wise this time. He's the shot caller, of course, for everyone at home who doesn't know that. So if he's having an off time trying to shot call his arrows and either people aren't following his calls or maybe his calls are a little bit late, maybe bad. Sorry, no chat. I'm afraid this time we're not getting away. They're going to get the wall in mid from this. The bot wall is already down. Well, mostly. Overlord's like, well, it will be when I'm done with it.
A little easier to kill Thrall, but Much more CC. You connect one, you can just line them up all together. And also, Nocha should have known that rotation coming up very easily. Even if you want to bait it out, you should only be doing that when your teammates are coming towards you to make a counter play against it. So he was kind of trapped in there by himself.
Bottom altar is the focal point. You can see Kirisaku is going to head down first. And you could also see that Asgard wanted to stay up longer to get more soak because they have the level advantage, but knows that this is actually super important for him to come. Okay, heavy commitment to the silence here, and it's not enough. Look at that stun! The follow-up damage is just not quite enough. Miscalculation here for Overlord means Alex survives. The Mosh is going to be interrupted. X-Strike to kill Stukov, though. Is there any way out here? Earthquake is only going to buy time. No chat is the next target here. Does get blown up.
They have no sustain without the Stukov, and they have to retreat.
That's going to be a bell tower.
5 shots from the altar.
Bison once more. 5 shots on the altar, as you say.
Do you see the difference from the Swift Strike? The range is actually -2 with the previous 3 patches ago. I think if caught, he didn't really have to use the X-Strike, but it was a little bit short to do the damage there. Finishing off with the X-Strike, getting some damage done. I think Bison, who I actually did not expect to be having a great Genji of a time, he's actually putting a really great Genji along with the synergy of all the teammates with the Hanzo as too.
It certainly is. Asgard's going to stay top, or at least he was, to get them to 16. They're going to continue to protect this bell tower, as Asgard does rotate down. 15 seconds until another X-Strike for Myson to have that extra burst potential. Alex being the target, so smart, because Alex has no way to save himself as a support. One of the only supports in the game that just doesn't really have a way out in that moment. You know, Karazim, dash away, Rhaegar and Wolf away, Ice Block for Malfurion, Uther could self-divine shield or armor himself at least, but specifically Stukov doesn't have a great way to get out of there when silence is already be used. When the X-Strike's coming through, you're low on health, you're just dead. Unfortunately, there's no counterplay. Planet Cracker here.
Yeah, just to get the sappers down.
Yep.
Saw this play last time as well. Because they don't really have too much range. By the time it comes near the line, they may actually lose. Sappers may actually go in and do the damage to the core. So
this is the bigger story, the dual boss.
And they only need a Hanzo.
Yep, Kirisaku sees it but cannot contest it. So free 4 shots. They stopped the sappers, but they couldn't stop anything else. Uh-oh, no chat is caught. Earthquake here, but he's hit by the by the base melt. Power slide does not connect. The Earthquake keeps him alive for now. Bison with a deflect to stay alive. He has X-Strike. He may want to commit. Silence, though, is going to be the end of ETC.
Now that's the bait play that we've been waiting for Supernova. Has all the teammates nearby, and he can actually sustain pretty well.
Spell Shield making a big impact in that fight as well. Okay, Bentham is under fire here. How did that happen? I don't even have words for what just occurred. Not respecting the power of Genji. The bomb stun, the X-Strike. Supernova caught in a bad spot. They got the opening pick onto ETC, but it's all over now. There's the silence, the double silence here. Heyman is under the kill zone.
Misses his stash there. He goes down, but seems like we already have close to a game here as GLuck wins the teamfight, still has the bell tower down here. Still maintaining control with the 2-level lead. Bison just missing the dash. Got a little bit too excited at the moment.
What?
But that's the Genji we know.
What a crazy misplay by the Phoenix player here to just not respect what Genji is capable of. It's not the complete dash build, but nearly. And, you know, X-Strike being available, you've got to respect that damage coming out. The stun comes through. Good call. Overlord finally making those arrows count. Now they're just going to continue to protect the spell tower. Genji's up just now. 2 altars win the game right now at this current count of bell tower. 5 shots per altar. Stun for Asgard again. They're not looking for kills. They're just buying time. Here come the altars.
Ooh,
no chat!
Super low. That's massively damaged.
He's blown up. He's dead. Mosh pit here to lock down Kirisaku. The silence is going to interrupt. Can they turn this?
But they actually take a lot of damage as well. Bison still pretty healthy with the bunker is available as well, but gets the kill with the Planet Cracker. Bentham getting the kill there and just rafting away Kirisaki. He will be alive. 1-1 trade. No sappers go in.
Heroic advantage traded though for GLuck for sure. They still have the silence. They can drop these sappers down. So that's going to force someone to react. They will get one bell tower, so they survive for now. Right now, GLuck could put them down to 1 health, though. With those 3 and this 5. Uh-oh, caught, though, is KCB. Does he have Ice Block? I think he does.
I think he was baiting, maybe just buying some more time.
Okay, Myson's on to Alex once again. X-Strike is not available, though. Look at that damage coming out from the scatter arrow from Overlord, though.
Thrall's coming. Thrall's already here with the underground heal coming in.
Supernova should not stay here. I don't think the Earthquake is good, though. They can't get in the bunker. Ice Block's just going to buy time here, but KCB will go down. Meanwhile, 3 sappers connect onto the core from the bot lane. They're able to prevent these 5 shots from coming through. They'll only take the 3.
So it's even, but in terms of the conditions that Supernova is under right now, I would say they had lost the team fight. Even if they caught up in the XP a little bit, possibly the best thing that could have happened to them. But still they're losing in the game.
True, very true. 20's around the corner for GLuck. They will retake the bell tower. So we're going to go back to a 4-4. Which still is 2 win conditions for GLuck win the game. A boss and a bell tower, 2 bell towers, 2 sappers and a bell tower. These are the win conditions for GLuck. Boss is respawning very, very soon. These are terrifying things that Supernova has to keep in mind. But with the bell tower going down, that extra soak that they got in the bot lane, the free minions there, they've caught up to 20. They've stolen this bell tower camp. No bell tower, sapper camp. So no sappers to worry about. They can end their core with a final bell tower. It's double for this next one in the top lane. So they cannot afford to lose a team fight. The game will end if that happens. Fight going on to this bell tower. They want it. That's going to buy them further time.
But even if they get the bell tower, to alter will be 6 shots, which will be lethal.
That's absolutely true.
But just controlling the macro, I think, is what Supernova wants here, as they want to have the bottom control, so make sure they don't really have the sappers to connect the shots to the core, but it's away from the altars, having the macro control for themselves for the future. It's a great move.
There are now, at level 20, 4 bolts in this game. Thrall, ETC, or actually 3. Thrall, ETC, and the Malfurion. Those are the big ones for engages. Could be a great Earthquake, could be an escape tool for No Chat, who's been a baiter. And it can be how the Twilight Dream changes the fight. KCB is going to get the channel here. No interrupt. Those 3 shots are going through. No win here for Supernova. If they commit to this fight, it's a mistake. There's no way out. They need to disengage right now. They can only lose from this fight. They need to actually get a better defensive setup.
So No Chat's trying to channel. But there's so many
Roxor's in.
tools.
Oh, and look at that. The silence is huge. And the mosh pit. The shield's coming through from the 20 for Bentham. Keeps him alive, though. Planet Cracker comes in. There's a dead Malfurion. Traded back, though. Bentham needs to survive. Myson gets in there. Gets the kill. Is going to go down to trade. 2 for 2. Kirisaku is going to go down here, though. It looks like very, very low. And now that he's dead, can Haben turn this around? It's his chance to shine now. But I don't think it's going to happen. They're outnumbered.
No Chat has to put out maximum right now, but he is going back. Seems like they are losing. And falling back behind, they have to look at the ping. They are trying to look for the kill onto Overlord, and that's not possible. Goes over the wall, jumps over the wall twice with the stacks here now.
That's the ping, that's the win. GLuck will win their first series of the season against Supernova. A very close one, a 3-2.